Man, what are we doing? Um, why do we stay places we're not valued? Why do we continue to allow people to do things to us that we don't like, but we stay around? Why don't we change how the narrative around us is by just separating ourselves from people? Separating ourselves from situations that just don't feed your soul, don't feed your mind, don't feed your heart. Like a lot of times we just stay in stuff just because, because it's comfortable for us, because it might be bringing us a little, extra change. It might be making our heart feel good every once in a while, but why stay? Why stay in situations where people don't even want you? Why deal with situations where people really don't even care? Like, how did we so become so? How did we become so accustomed to mediocre and just okay and not what's best for us and liking the things that's liking the people that hurt us, drawing near to people who do wrong to us, but the people who love us, we and appreciate us, we tend to not value them. Help me to understand that. Why do we do it? What toxic things did we learn that we tend to love on the things that don't love us? Why do we why do we do that? Why is it when we feel like we need to leave something alone, we stay anyway just because it's comfortable to us? Is it really comfort? I think it's just that we're used to doing it. Like, because anything you do every day becomes a part of you. So you got to be careful what you do. You got to be careful what you become accustomed to. You got to be careful what you becoming used to. And that's why a lot of people spend time in beginning relationships keeping their heart separated because they're so afraid of becoming used to something, mistaking it for comfort. I did it for a long time. I thought having, just having somebody and being with somebody, it was, I was winning. I was, ahead of the game. But ask yourself this: like, where am I settling at? What if have I become used to that? It become a part of me that I'm mistaken for comfort. What am I doing? What am I doing? Like, are the people around me, are they helping me grow? Are they beneficial to my growth? Are we growing together? Or are we just having fun? Are we just out here just going out having fun? Are we just out here just talking about people? What are we doing? Are we really benefiting each other? Are we really growing together? Is the conversations really about getting better? Because we're adults now. I get we should have fun. We should enjoy life, but we should be consistently growing. This is something that I have to tell myself daily because sometimes I can fall. I was not a lot of times I fall victim to my own old thoughts. When I used just I'm like, yo, I just want to sit here. I don't want. I just want to sit here and just be. I just want to go to work, come home, pay bills, and just sit here. But what progress is that gonna make? Like, I think we should always be going after something. I think there's always something to go after, whether it's a better mindset, whether it's a better body, a better job, a better position, a better to make your company better, to improve your products. You know what I mean? Like there's always some way to work towards something. And I believe that's something that we should do every single day. Work towards something. I'm working towards getting closer to God. That is something that I truly and really want because I've come to understand in the last few years, in the last 6 years, the closer I got to him, the lighter my load felt. The lighter I felt like, I wasn't waking up. I used to wake up so anxious, like, just about life, just life. Like, oh my God, I gotta go to work. Oh my God, I gotta find a job. Oh my God, I gotta do this. But when I learned to trust God, everything kind of slowed down. everything changed pace. Life got so much better. I'm not gonna say it got easier. I'm gonna just say, for me, it's just been in a world of peace. I felt like my world was chaos before. I felt like that's why I was anxious, because there was so much going on, and I'm a creature of habit. And if I do something, and if I do it for a good period of time, that's the way I like it to stay. Because that works for me. Because now I know, just like even with my clothes now, I kind of get an idea before I get up the next morning of what I'm wearing, just so that that's one less thing that I have to worry about in the morning. It's like, God, it's always God willing, but I'm just so thankful that I'm able to, wake up and not have that same anxious feeling anymore. You know, I know my day, I know my goal, but let me tell you, it was one day I did wake up and I felt like that, and I remember, I remember it clear. I think I had a dream. I was with one of my exes, and I woke up like, thinking that this life was a dream. The life that I have now, like this was a dream, and boom, being back there was my reality. And I just think that was a way of God telling me, and showing me where He's brought me from to where I am now. And when I speak about where I was and where I am, it's a long distance, but it's not. I'm not speaking financial. I'm speaking spiritually. I'm speaking mentally. I'm speaking. My heart has changed. My mindset has changed. My thought process changed. Even to the point where a person said to me, "Well, Dad, you said to me that you was never getting married." Yeesh. Oh. So what my mindset was back then was, I'm like, I never want to have a wife.